Think about your last workday. You probably answered emails, searched for information, attended meetings, and still ended the day with an unfinished to-do list. The problem isn't that you're working too little, it's that you're doing too much manually. That's exactly why AI productivity tools are changing the modern workplace. Not because they replace people, but because they take over repetitive tasks, giving you more time to focus on work that actually requires your judgment and creativity. But here's the catch: most people waste time jumping between dozens of AI apps without a real system. In this video, I'll show you 3 AI tools that work together, and by the end, you'll know exactly how to use them in your daily workflow. Tool number 1 is ChatGPT, and despite all the new AI tools available today, it's still one of the most versatile productivity tools for everyday work. The key isn't just using it, it's using it with the right approach. Most people open ChatGPT, type a one-line prompt, and accept whatever comes back. That's why they think AI is inconsistent. In reality, the quality of the output depends heavily on the context and instructions you provide. Instead of saying, write an email, explain who you're writing to, your goal, the tone you want, and any important details. That one habit can turn ChatGPT from a simple chatbot into a reliable workplace assistant. And that's only the beginning of what it can do. Let's look at a real example. Imagine you've just finished a 1-hour client meeting and need to send a follow-up email with action items. Instead, give ChatGPT your meeting notes and ask it to draft a professional email, summarize the key decisions, and organize the next steps into a clear checklist. You still review the output, but you've eliminated the hardest part, the first draft. But writing is only one piece of the productivity puzzle, and the next challenge is finding reliable information quickly. That's where tool number 2, Perplexity AI, comes in. While ChatGPT is excellent for creating content, Perplexity is designed to help you research faster by finding information from across the web and citing its sources. Imagine your manager asks for the latest AI market trends or competitor updates before tomorrow's meeting. Instead of opening 10 browser tabs and piecing everything together yourself, you can ask Perplexity one well-written question and receive a structured summary with references. That doesn't mean you should trust every answer blindly. Always review the sources and verify important information, especially for business decisions. And once you've gathered reliable research, there's one final challenge: keeping all that knowledge organized instead of losing it in endless tabs and documents. This is where tool number 3, NotebookLM, stands out. Instead of searching the entire internet, NotebookLM helps you work with your own information. Rather than reading hundreds of pages again, you simply ask questions like, what are the biggest project risks, or summarize all pending action items. The biggest advantage is that the answers are grounded in the documents you've provided, reducing the chances of pulling in unrelated information. And when you combine this with ChatGPT and Perplexity, something powerful starts to happen: a complete AI productivity workflow begins. Now, let's connect these 3 tools into one simple workflow. Start with Perplexity whenever you need up-to-date information, industry trends, or quick answers backed by sources. It becomes your research engine. Next, move that research into NotebookLM along with your own documents. This creates a personalized knowledge base where you can ask questions, compare information, and quickly find insights without digging through folders. Finally, use ChatGPT to transform those insights into polished emails, reports, presentations, or project plans. 3 tools, each with a clear purpose. But even with the perfect workflow, there are a few mistakes that can quietly destroy your productivity, and most people don't realize they're making them. The first mistake is expecting AI to deliver perfect results on the first try. Even the best AI tools are collaborators, not mind readers. Your input still shapes the quality of the output. A simple way to improve results is to provide context. Mention your role, your audience, your goal, and the format you need. For example, asking for a 1-page executive summary for senior managers will produce a much more useful response than simply saying, summarize this. That extra minute spent writing a better prompt can save you 20 minutes of editing later. But prompts aren't the only thing that matters. Your workflow itself can either multiply your productivity or create unnecessary friction. The second mistake is constantly switching between tasks. Research here, writing there, note somewhere else. It fragments your attention and makes even simple work feel exhausting. Instead, batch similar tasks together. Spend 10 minutes gathering information with Perplexity, organize everything in NotebookLM, and then move to ChatGPT to create your final deliverables. One focused workflow is far more efficient than jumping back and forth. This approach doesn't just save time, it also reduces mental fatigue because each tool has a clearly defined role. And there's one more habit that separates casual AI users from professionals who consistently get outstanding results. That habit is reviewing everything before you hit send. AI can dramatically speed up your work, but it can also misunderstand context, miss recent changes, or phrase something in a way that doesn't match your company's tone. Think of AI as your first draft partner, not your final decision maker. Whether it's an email, a report, or a presentation, spend a minute checking the facts, refining the language, and adding your own expertise. That's what turns good output into professional work. Ironically, the people getting the biggest productivity gains aren't the ones using AI the most. They're the ones who know exactly when to rely on AI and when to rely on their own judgment. Next, let's see what this workflow looks like during a real workday. Imagine it's Monday morning. Your manager asks for a competitive analysis, you have 2 meetings before lunch, and 3 important emails are waiting in your inbox. It sounds overwhelming, but this is exactly where your AI workflow starts paying off. First, use Perplexity to gather the latest industry insights and competitor updates in minutes instead of spending half an hour browsing websites. Save the most useful findings along with the source links for future reference. Then upload those findings into NotebookLM alongside your internal documents. Suddenly, all your project knowledge is in one place, ready to answer questions whenever you need it. The final step is where everything comes together. Now open ChatGPT and give it the context you've already built. Instead of starting from a blank page, ask it to draft a concise report, prepare an executive summary, or write a professional email based on the research and insights you've collected. You're no longer asking AI to guess, you're giving it quality inputs. What used to take hours can now become a structured process measured in minutes. More importantly, you're producing work that's both faster and easier to review. And when they finally work together, the benefits go far beyond simply saving time. Start with the one tool that solves your biggest daily challenge this week. Once that habit sticks, add the second, then the third. Small improvements, repeated consistently, create the biggest long-term results. One final thought before you go. The future of work isn't about finding one magical AI tool. It's about building a smart, repeatable workflow where every tool has a purpose. That's how professionals stay productive while AI continues to evolve. If you found these AI productivity tools helpful, don't stop at watching this video. If you want more practical guides on AI careers, AI workflows, and the tools shaping the future of work, make sure to subscribe to Career with AI. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.